Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Didsburyartstudio and I'm Sally. And in today's video, I thought that you may well be interested in me showing you an art workshop, a textile workshop that I've got coming up. I thought I'd show a little bit of the behind the scenes of preparing the samples together, putting some boards together, ideas, equipment and that sort of thing. So I hope that you find this video helpful. It's for a Year 9 workshop and it is doing felt embellishment for a hat fascinator. Let's get straight into the video. Prepping for a workshop coming up in a school that I've worked at before, and this is actually a workshop that I've done previously. I'm just tweaking it and improving it and just getting it a little bit more how I want the boards to look. I've got all the different samples that I'll show you in a second, looking at them and thinking, right, these need refreshing, an update. So I've just popped to Hobbycraft and I've just bought a couple of sheets of felt. So I've got quite a bit of felt actually, A4 size in different colours that would just vamp it up a little bit and refresh it. And I also got some wallets because I need to organise the samples that I'm making to put into wallets so that when I do the first workshop, well, I'll tell you the logistics in a minute. And then I also bought 2 different coloured pieces of card to go on the backgrounds of the foam board that I'm going to be taking in. This is what it looks like at the minute. These are quite a few of the felt sheets, the A4 felt sheets that I bought. And what I've got here are 2 foam boards that quite often I work on to present samples, as you know. This is going to be a Year 9 workshop, and you can see that I've got these little fascinators. Now you'll know, if you've been following me for a while, that I did do a YouTube video, some more, of these. Yeah, it was quite some time ago. So I showed before how to make some of these different felt embellishments, and then these fascinator bases were bought from Etsy, and this is to teach the Year 9s lots of different ideas and techniques that they could use within school, within their theme project that they're doing. They may not make fascinators, although the last workshop that I did there with this, they did make the fascinators. In fact, they did have these little bases, these teardrop bases, which is why I have presented and demonstrated on those. What I've tried to do this morning is lay out how I would want to do the workshop. So it's half of the year group, Year 9 in the morning and half in the afternoon. So it depends on how much I get done in the morning. So this would be the first sample, and then the second one, third, and then across here I'd be doing these ones kind of in that order. And what I've done here is I've just placed a couple of new colours because I want to make some more samples. And also what I'm doing currently is, so I've got these wallets, and you can see I've just put their first AM class, and these are 8 centimeters in width. Those are 2 little samples, which I don't know whether I'll do another YouTube video on the actual technique. Today's probably just a little bit more talking about how I'm putting it together. What I'm doing here is, that wallet there was for the first group in the morning, and the other half of Year 9s I'm going to be just doing another 2 samples, and I'll put them in another wallet and I'm just labeling them with these little stickers that I've got. I will film and stop and start a little bit just to show you where I am up to, but I need to crack on and get some preparation done first. So just to show you what I've done, this is for this first one. Flower, and I've just positioned a couple of them different sizes onto the fascinator, and those are a couple of examples. What I've done here is I've measured out the fabrics and I've cut into them 3/4 of the way on both of them. This one is vertically and this one is diagonally, and I've done it 3/4 of the way across because when I'm demonstrating I'll just be able to the last little section, then I can show the pupils how to just roll and glue so that we can get the actual shape. But that would save me quite a bit of time just by getting these prepped already. So those two would go into a new wallet, and then I am just going to just put on there PM, and that will be that done. What I'm going to do now is I'm literally just going to go through all the different samples, and very similar to what I've just done, I'm going to go through each sample and cut up a couple as far as I can get with each sample, so that I can just put them in wallet, and then I can demonstrate on the day, twice a day. So I've done 2 lots of each sample, and then it will be just nice and quick and easy, and I'll show you how I organise them for the actual day. I've just used this cup, run around it 4 times, folded my A4 felt in 2, and then I've just drawn around them in water erasable pen and just put a pin in each of them. Then I would cut those out. So that's done. That is the second sample for the AM group, and then we've got the PM groups. So that was for this one here. And oh, by the way, I've just had my nails done from a place on School Lane, Inns Nails Studio. Yeah, they're really lovely coloured nails. Slight distraction. So that is for these samples here, and I think probably what I'll do is I'll link a video I've done before. You can see how I make these just as I'm working through them, because I'm not sure how long this is all going to take. So I actually forgot to show you this one, which is part of underneath over there. So this one is dark. I've measured out 7 centimeters across, divided it into a centimeter each for the dashes at the top and at the bottom. So I'm just going to do some ruled lines. And then I'm just using my metal ruler and a scalpel, and I'm just cutting down a couple of these rows, not all of them. Actually, I ended up using these scissors. Just cut a few to begin with, and then I've left 2 left undone. Just folded over the edge there and put some cuts into those so they were ready to go. When I demonstrate, so that's for AM. PM, twist it around a tube, and then you steam it with the iron. Take the whole thing off once it's dried. I just dry it on a radiator or in the sun, and then it comes off like that, and then you can mould it and sculpt it into whatever you want, but I've popped it onto that fascinator there. Okay, so what I'm doing for this one is, obviously I'm doing 2 8 centimeters across, and then I'm going to fold it in half, and then you're just going to cut fringe, quite slim tassels, not quite reaching the top, and again I'm going to go 3/4 of the way down. All I would do now is, after I've cut all of that and just demonstrated that last bit, then I would just get my scissors again and trim all the way around there to create a sort of leaf shape, so it would look like these ones here. And then we can sculpt with those and twist them and turn them, go with the flow with the twistiness of the fabric, design those. On this fascinator here, you can see that we've just done this leaf one, this tassel-y leaf one here. This next one we cut into a little bit more, and they look like this. So to do that, we measure off 9 centimeters, just using the width of an A4. Just going to do a ruled line down here, cut it, fern leaf. So we just cut in the edges just into triangles there, like that one. Water soluble pen just to draw it on, so halfway down. We'd cut that out, it'd look like this, and then you cut into it into sort of triangle shapes. Show you that, so taking real care to do some small little triangles in there. Okay, for this next one, we're going to be doing one of these little flowers. Looks like this. And we need to do some tassels, so we just measure 9 centimeters across, and it is the length of an A4 piece. I'm just going to cut those 2 and then do the tassels at the side. You're just literally going to roll the top, put your hot glue gun across the top and keep rolling all the way to the other end, tassel flower like this. So on this little fascinator here, we've got a flower with a little tassel-y centerpiece, like one of these but smaller, around there, but I have got one of the larger ones of the flowers at the back there. This flower here, I just drew out using this lilac felt, cut it out and then placed it onto a different colour, drew around it a little bit larger and then just cut it out, and so that you can then sculpt it, put it together. It's a little bit like I've done here, so you would sculpt it in the way that you'd want it, and then you can sew that onto your fascinator base once it's in position, or you can actually glue it as well. So we're not doing too badly. We've done 7 designs. And there is little Layla. I haven't shown you her today. So we're running out of light, so I might have to carry on tomorrow. I've been working out sort of all the different types of samples that I want to do, and I've just finished off doing the last few. This was a leaf one over here, so quite simply you can draw out your leaves, and then this one was these little tassels here, so you just get a nice long length and use a scalpel and cut through, or scissors. This one is about a cutout, so it is this piece here, and then you can pop it onto your fascinator. But I just made a little card template using a scalpel and then used that as a template, and then I've got some little leaves in there, so you've got the inserts of the leaves and the outer bit, and I've just drawn one out for an example. Okay, so those are all done now. There's quite a few. I'm looking at all of those and I'm thinking, actually, will we get through all of those in a morning? So for a couple of hours, we shall see, but I'd rather go prepared with more that they can get through rather than less. Happy with that. I've done an equipment sheet as well, which I've been preparing, of things that I'm going to need to take, things that are going to need to be provided. What I need to do now is just start working on the boards, maybe producing a couple more samples to fill it out a little bit. I'm happy with the final results. I'll show you in a bit. And just to say that you may be wondering why, as I said, I produce two samples per AM and PM. And what happens is, I think when you're teaching and you're in a large classroom with lots of pupils and things are getting put out on the tables and moved around, I'd rather have backup when things go a little bit missing in the actual workshop. That's another reason why I do double as well. So Layla's up to a little bit of mischief here. She just jumped down on this chair because I told her to get off the boards, and she's eyeing up. Look, what is... Layla. So I need to get a little bit over here out of the way, don't we? Your tail's wagging, I just know. You just want to play with the hats. Okay, so for this one, I just thought I'd show you. You have a base, and then you just fold your little circle in half, and you fold in the first section, and then one behind it. So looks like a little S, and then you're just going to pop a little bit of glue there, whoops, and a little bit here, and you need to do all of them except your one base. What I've done there is I've just glued all the little sections down, so all 6 of them, and then the final one here, just pop a little bit of glue on the point, and then just pop it right in the center, like so. And then you're just going to push all of these up how you want them to go. There we go. And then I'm just going to do a little multicoloured one. I've made a couple more of those, just switch them up. I've made a new yellow one, and I've switched up doing 2 colours, and 1 colour on one side and 1 on the other, and I've done another blue one there. I've also been cutting out a couple more of these, which I will sort of design and put together in a bit. And then I've cut out some more leaves in different colours, sewn together a couple of different flowers that I used on there. And then I just need to make some more tassels. With this one, you can just put a line of glue along the top and we'll start rolling it. This is the tassel one. So the tassels can hang off the fascinator bases. You can have them short, long, you put tons of tassels in there. I've done this one slightly wider than the others just to see how that will come out. I just had some left over. Okay, so these are the two boards that I've put together. I've finally finished them. Taken a little bit of time to rejig, reorganize, make some more samples, balance it out a little bit on the board. And I wanted to kind of space them out and sort of do it in the order of the samples that I'd like to present. So it would be this one first and then moving across over here and then going down to these felt leaves into some more flowers over here, how I made them, and then back down here, leaves, we've got some tassels. These are the actual fascinator bases that we will be working on. What happens is obviously they have a theme and I'm working with that theme. Just to finish off, these are some of the cutouts for this little fascinator here, and then we've got some leaf cutouts there. There are quite a few different techniques there. Each of the pupils will have a couple of felt sheets each, so they'll have different colours, and then I'll take some equipment in with me, but usually at the school we'll liaise with what we'll need to set up in the classroom, and I'll go and deliver the work beforehand, and then I will be ready on the day to teach, and then I'll take the work away at the end of the day. The full day's workshop, but repeating the morning session into the afternoon. Just a couple of things then. If you are interested in me doing a workshop at your school, then you just need to get in touch with me via YouTube, email, or on Instagram. I made a couple of notes just to tell you a few things. Just behind us then we've got 11 techniques that we're doing, but every time I do a different workshop, it depends on the time that we have and the year group obviously, and the theme that they're working on and what we want to develop. If you're interested in me coming to your school to do a workshop, as long as I've been given enough notice that I can prepare the textile samples for you, is all I ask really, and it's just a matter of the head of department or the art teacher liaising with me what is needed. I am willing to do primary school up until university and further education, sixth form colleges, secondary schools. I really don't mind actually those year groups I could work with, and I'm also willing to travel around country too in accommodation the night before, and then I can easily set up the workshop. I can even do the workshop over the weekend, and I can do 1 or 2 days workshops. But yeah, those are logistics really. But obviously I'm based in Manchester, UK, but I'm willing to travel. I'd like to do more workshops, and I love presenting artwork. Obviously the teaching has given me the skills over the years. And also just to finally say that I really just want to thank you for the support that you've been giving me over the last couple of years on YouTube. It has given me the opportunity to be making consistently. Actually just making as a creator and artist is fantastic, because obviously when I was teaching full time it was very difficult to make sure that I was doing work. And to be honest with you, if I was teaching full time, I'm not sure that I'd be able to fit in the YouTube videos as regularly as I do now. What I also wanted to show you was I've got this wallet here which has got loads of different dividers in it, and so what I would do now is just literally put the samples into the pack so that I am all ready to go. And that just helps when I'm teaching, doing the workshop, and things get scattered around and moved around and everything's done really quickly, then it's really great to just have it all organised, and then I can take it home like that as well. So yeah, here's Layla. Hi. Want a stroke? Little stroke. Oi. So just to show you, oh, there she is. This is what the wallet with the dividers look like. I'm really happy. That will just keep it all organised. Things aren't going to go missing when I'm moving around the classroom and teaching. That will just help. Another thing that I'm going to do, just to say, hello, is I'm going to be taking some of the hats that I've made. I'll be taking them probably in that hat box there. And then I'm also going to take this little fascinator just to show some other types of embellishment, and then some cutouts on this hat here. You might have seen that one in the past, but that is my ultimate favourite. And then some more embellishment on this one. So I'll be taking some of those. So I'm going to finish off with thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you enjoyed this video today and you are new. I'd love to have you in the community. I post every week. If you could write a comment, that would also be helpful, and like the video. Hit the notification bell too so you can see when I upload, which is usually every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Take care, and I'll see you shortly. Bye!